Here's a fun little core circuit for you. We'll go through 10 exercises for 1 minute each, 20 seconds to transition. Repeat as many times as you want. Come into a seated position for some cat-cow. Arch the back and then round the spine. Exhale. Inhale, pull the chest through, shoulders down, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, hollow out through that belly. Now taking it into a forward fold, releasing into the hamstrings and spine. Take a breath here, and then we'll add a little twist. Inhale up, exhale, fingers to toes in opposition, twist for 2. Then up high, twist and pull the arms apart with a straight spine. Do it again with your forward fold, twist and forward bend, twist and reach to the opposite toes, and then up high. Inhale, straighten out the spine and rotate side to side. Inhale, reach up, back into your forward fold. Take a breath, and then we're going to twist from side to side, rotating over one leg and over the other, moving right into our circuit. The first exercise will be a tuck into a low L. Tuck high, drop in, leg split. So a tuck and an L. Continue this pattern, tucking tightly and then pulling the legs apart. Tuck up high, drop into that low sacrum, grounding down position into your low boat. So high boat tuck, low boat L. High tuck, low L. Make sure you are alternating each time the right leg and then the left leg up high. And you can pull those arms back as you lower down to make it even more challenging. Moving through your range of motion, so challenge it, treat it like it's a nice stretch. Use the strength of your core and hip flexors to tuck, and just work at your own pace, working as hard as you can, strong as you can. Break. Next exercise are leg drops. We're going to come onto our back, extend our legs above our hips. So there's variations of this exercise. To make this easier, bend the knees. Go ahead and drop the legs over to one side and pull the weight back up. So I'm going pretty advanced here with my legs extended, and I'm trying to drop my legs all the way to the mat, which is a very deep twist and makes it quite challenging to lift the weight back up. So see where you can go. Press down into the shoulders and into the hands for support. Maybe you're dropping 45 degrees and lifting up, or maybe you're challenging it and reaching all the way down for the floor. And then drawing back up like you're pulling through water. Add a reach toe tap in between now. Side legs drop and they lift, and then hands reach for toes and lower. Leg drop. Squeeze it up. Shoulder blades lift as you reach for the toes. A little crunch in between. Keep it up. Great job. Come on up. We're going into a plank exercise. So you can take a quick chest opener, binding the hands behind the back, and then also be sure to take a moment to stretch the wrists, maybe counter stretch on the back of the hands. Pop up into plank. Here we go. Right elbow, left knee. Drop to the right knee, drop to the left elbow. Come back, knee to elbow, press back up to plank. It's hard, do the best you can. Right knee, left elbow, left knee lands. Right elbow lands, and then connect knee to elbow and push back up to plank. Switch. Left knee, right elbow, right knee down. Left elbow down. Knee back to elbow, push up to plank. Right knee, left elbow, left knee to the mat, right elbow to the mat, knee to elbow meet, and you push back up into plank. Keep going with that pattern. Do the best you can to move through. I had some trouble too. It's a tough one to lift and lower while you're connecting the elbow and knee. Connect and then push off the bottom knee. And if you're not doing exactly what I'm doing, no big deal. And rest. Maybe if you are a little confused, you can practice it and do it next time. All right, we're gonna come all the way onto our back, sit up to stand up, squat to low boat. Here we go. Big sit up to your feet, shoulders forward to help you get up. Stand, compress belly to thighs, sit, low boat, release back. That's the pattern. Stand, belly on the thighs, squat, drop to your bottom, low boat, onto your back. Big sit up, stand up, lower down, compress belly onto thighs, low boat, release. If you're having trouble, use your hands to get off. It helps to round your spine and bring your shoulders forward so the weight of your booty is lighter as you counter and shift the weight forward, countering that balance. Big sit up to stand up, big crunch belly on thighs, sit, low boat, release it back. Time drills do not have to stay at my timing. Make it your own. Push yourself, break. Next one, coming on to the forearms. Any stretches you need to do quickly in between. Another one that takes some brain power here. Come into a hovering table position. Here we go. Drop to the forearms, straighten out the knees, dolphin. Now dolphin to plank, shift one knee, tuck, dip. Dolphin, shift the other knee, tuck and dip. Again, hover the knees, pop onto the hands. Lower to the forearms, straighten the knees. Dolphin to knee, tuck and dip. Dolphin, tuck, dip, tuck, step back. Hover the knees, pop up to the hands. Lower the forearms, dolphin to knee tuck in your plank. So it's a lot of coming down from forearms to hands. A lot of shoulder strength, core strength. Hovering table, forearm, dolphin to plank tuck, dip, dolphin, plank tuck, dip, dolphin, hover the knees, pop up to the hands, dolphin, tuck, dip, dolphin, tuck, dip, rest. Woo! Hopefully you're feeling really good. And again, if you need some extra time to figure out what some of these drills are, use this first round as a practice round and then really go for it your second time through. It's a short class. Come onto your knees. We're gonna kneel to child's pose. Think of it like a good morning. Here we go. Dip down, child's pose, thrust the hips forward for 2. Elbows wide. Reach back, hip hinge, one hand taps back, lift, hip hinge, other hand reaches back. Reach the arms behind the head, forward fold for 2. Down and thrust forward. Hinge and thrust forward, hinge back, reach back one arm, come up, hinge back, reach the other arm. Come up, swing your arms behind your head. Forward fold, thrust forward 2. Hip hinge back, reach back one arm. Lift and other arm. Lift, swing the arms behind the head. Hinge down, maybe tap your nose or your mouth to the mat. Hip hinge back, reach. Reach. Great job. Moving on to some side body work. Come onto one side of your body, stacking your hips and shoulders. We're gonna side crunch low, side crunch high, and then lift the hips up. Staying on one side the whole minute. Here we go, side crunch low, hand down, V up, side crunch high, press onto the forearm and swing the hips up. That's the pattern. Side body crunch low, high, forearm under shoulder, swing the hips up and down. Side body, crunch side, V up side, elbow down, swing your hips and shoulders stacked over the elbow. Side body crunch, try to V up and crunch, and then forearm hip lift. So play around with what works in your body, where you kind of need to move your hands to lift up and then move your elbow to swing the hips up. You can come up to the hand or the forearm for that V crunch. And break. We'll do the other side, same thing. Side body crunch low, then you press off the hand for a high V side body, and then push off the forearm for a hip lift to side forearm plank. And stack everything, here we go. Side crunch, up, down. On the hand, side crunch high, up, down. Then forearm down and swing the hips up and down. Repeat that sequence. Do the best you can. And again, any kind of movements that you need to do to make it happen in your body. All right, you did it. Take a moment to get onto your feet for a goddess pose. We're going to come into a standing series, which will go side crunch and goddess, half moon, side crunch, opposite finger to toe tap. So just follow along, you'll get it. It's not that hard. Open up the knees, elbows wide. Here we go. Side bend plie, crunch it over. Lift off, half moon. Side body crunch, and then toe tap. Other side. Plie, side bend, half moon. Plie, side bend, lift that foot and toe tap. Side crunch, half moon, side crunch, toe tap. So you lift the leg that was just supporting you. The bottom leg in your half moon is the one that goes up. So half moon, down, lift. And if you mess it up, no big deal. I just did right there. So again, the supporting leg of your half moon is the one that goes up for the opposite toe tap. Side bend, half moon, side bend, lift and tap. Crunch those obliques. And rest. The last exercise of the timed drills will be on your belly for a little back exercise into jump, malasana, crunch, jump back to forearm plank to the belly. Here we go. You're going to start upper back lift, upper and lower back lift, fly, jump to malasana, hands behind head, dip, and elbows down, jump back, forearm plank, reset. Upper back, locust fly, hands down, jump to malasana, yogi squat, crunch, yogi squat, crunch to forearms, jump back to plank, lower to belly, reset. So get the pattern, and then don't worry again about keeping up with me. Work at your own pace. Try and crunch forward in malasana using the core. Try to lower to the forearms, jump back to forearm plank, lower to the belly. Upper back, both, jump, crunch, crunch, jump back. There's no way you can get your elbows down in malasana, jump back to plank, and then lower to the forearms. You did it. Awesome job. Maybe you're repeating this circuit one more time. Go ahead and hit pause. Otherwise, a little bit more work for you. Forward fold crunches. See where you can go. Maybe you can bring your fingers to your toes, your elbows to your toes. You can bend the knees. Don't make this about the hamstrings. Use your core to forward fold and crunch. Exhale and crunch. Now, opposite elbow across opposite knee. Twist as you forward fold and crunch into the belly. It's like a reverse crunch. Again, you can bend the knees if you need to. I don't want this to bother your hamstrings. It's really more about the abdominals right now. Last set here, and then change it up. Right hand to left toes, reach back, reverse plank, hips up. Left hand to right toes, swing back, swing hips up. Continue, twist, reverse plank. Reach across the body, reach back and lift the hips up. Your fingers can point sideways or back on that reverse plank to make it a little easier on the wrists. And really think of reaching and crunching like the saw move in Pilates. Twist and reach, hip thrusts up. Twist and reach, reverse plank. Exhale. And straddle. Elbows side to side crunches. Lateral. Tap your elbow down if you can. Again, maybe you need to bend the knees. That's okay. Next move, hands behind your back. Meet your feet. Pull both over. 1, 1, double. Single, single, both up and over. Single, single, both. Now both the other way so we can do it the other side. Single, single, double. Single, single. Think of a rainbow. Fingertips behind you to help you. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Hold the doubles. Up and over. This is it. Up and over. Up and over. Fight this out. And you made it. I'm going to leave you here. Feel free to take as much time for stretching as you'd like. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.